Have you ever felt like the only way to win a client is by charging less than everyone else? Before you know it, you're working twice as hard for half the money. It doesn't have to be that way, and you tell yourself, okay, just this one time, I'll drop it a little more just to get the sale, only to be doing the exact same thing again next month, no closer to the business you actually wanted to build. So the question is, what if that price war was never the game you were supposed to be playing at all? Alex Hormozi is a phenomenon when it comes to sales, and he wrote a book called $100 Million Offers that basically hands you the answer. And to show you how good this guy actually is, he opens the book by saying, "My name is Alex Hormozi, and I have nothing for sale." How good is that? He's literally giving the book away. You just pay for postage. That's it. His companies turn over $100 million plus, and he had a net worth of $20 million in his 20s. We're going to break down 4 lessons from this book. Things like finding the right niche, building an offer people feel stupid saying no to, a quick way to check if your offer is actually good, and why people buy with emotion, not logic. Stick around till the end, because honestly, any one of these could change how you sell whatever it is you're selling. Let's get into it. Lesson number 1, the riches are in the niches. So think about it. One business says, we help people. Another one says, we help exhausted new parents get their baby sleeping through the night in 2 weeks. Which one would you actually trust with your problem? According to Hormozi, basically everything we sell falls into 3 buckets: health, wealth, or relationships. And inside those 3 buckets are a ton of niches, each one full of people who've got a very specific problem. There's this quote from a billionaire, Naveen Jain, that says if you solve a problem for 1 billion people, you're going to make at least $1 billion. But really, it starts smaller than that. It starts with just asking yourself, what pain point am I actually solving here? Where do these people even hang out? Is it online, a certain platform, some kind of exclusive group? And is this market actually growing, or is it already dying? Because the last thing you want is to pour all your time and money into something that's already dead, like trying to sell DVDs when the whole world's moved to streaming. Lesson number 2, crafting a grand slam offer. Back in 1973, Domino's Pizza does something that basically breaks the industry. They say if your pizza's not delivered in 30 minutes, it's free. That's not a discount. That's not a price war. That's an offer so good, it's almost stupid to say no to. Hormozi says a grand slam offer needs 5 things. It's got to be unique, different to what's already out there. It's got to be something people actually want, not something you assume they want. It needs an unmatched value proposition. It should let you charge more, not less, because you're not racing to the bottom anymore. And it needs a guarantee so strong, it takes away basically all the risk for the customer. And honestly, that last one, that's where most people chicken out. But that's exactly where the winners separate themselves from everyone else who's just kind of participating. Lesson number 3, the value equation. Here's a quick way to check if your offer's even worth buying in the first place. Does it get people the dream outcome? Say you're teaching people how to make YouTube videos without ever showing their face. If there's people out there who want to make videos but don't want to be on camera, congrats, you're solving a real problem. Then, how long does it actually take to get results? Think about liposuction. The problem is wait. The results happen basically overnight. That speed is a huge part of why it's such a powerful offer. And last, what's the barrier to entry? If people can actually afford it, that's when you've got more than just a good idea. That's when you've got a grand slam offer. Lesson number 4, people buy with emotion, not logic. Here's something most people don't want to admit about themselves. We don't buy with logic. We buy with emotion, and then we come up with the logic afterward to justify what we already decided. There's a story about a startup in the US that badly needed talented software engineers, and at the time that was mostly a male-dominated field. But they couldn't afford to compete on salary. So instead, they invited candidates in for a free training day and filled the office with a bunch of attractive staff. And suddenly, salary didn't matter that much anymore. Uncomfortable to hear, but it proves the point. The best marketers don't just sell the logical benefit, they get what's actually going on underneath it. The emotion that's driving the decision in the first place. So here's a quick recap. The riches are in the niches. Craft a grand slam offer. Master the value equation. And people buy with emotion, not logic. And look, none of this means you have to reinvent anything. Like Einstein said, to create is effort, and to copy is genius. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Just learn how to use the one that already works for you. Now here's the part I actually want to talk about, because knowing these 4 lessons is one thing, but actually using them is a whole different story. I've noticed most people hear something like the Grand Slam offer and think, okay, cool, I'll add a guarantee to my product. But that's not really what Hormozi's saying. He's saying stack all of those pieces together at the same time, so the offer becomes so lopsided in the customer's favor that walking away feels like the dumb choice. So if you're actually running a business, or even just thinking about starting one, here's a quick exercise. Grab a pen right now and just write down your current offer. Then go through it piece by piece. Is it unique? Is it something people actually want, or something you assume they want? Would you personally pay full price for it? And is the guarantee strong enough that saying no feels dumb? If you can't answer yes to most of those, that's not a bad thing, that's actually good news. Because it means you found exactly where to focus. And that's really the difference between people who read a book like this and just nod along, and people who actually go build something with it. It's not about knowing more information, it's about going back and testing it against what you're already doing. So if you got value from this, go grab a copy of $100 million Offers for yourself. It's genuinely one of those books worth having on your shelf. And if you want more breakdowns like this, stick around the channel because there's a lot more coming. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.